Welcome back to Alpha Mods, everybody. So today we're basically up early. What we're going to be doing is removing this beautiful front bumper here, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that basically step by step, and then we're going to be switching out these headlights. And basically, just so you guys know, having standard stuff like this trim tool is definitely going to make this a little bit easier on me. So what I'm going to do is start by removing the little trim piece here. Don't take too much effort at all. Next up, we're going to be using our T55. So the next step that we're going to be taking here is removing all that we have down here. So we got 1, 2, and unfortunately I'm already missing a piece there, and then there'll be an additional one behind all this. So you have to turn the wheel, and you're going to have to do it to the other side as well. But it's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's much detail to get into here. Okay, so one note that I do want to point out that most people end up missing is you have this bolt. It's literally sitting right in here. Okay, so it's going to seem a little sketchy, but basically hands are going to go right around here, and you're just going to pull up towards the sky. Go ahead and get the last few things that are holding it in place. Especially these major ones. Now I do want to make note, even though I don't have my front bumper sensor, I still have this electric harness here that's holding it on, so gotta get that. And as you guys can see there, now that I removed what was left of the V that was holding it on, we have that completely removed. Everything is still intact, no damage to any of the clips. This part on my phone because it fits better, but basically you just pull back on this gray tab here and it'll release from the harness. Pretty straightforward, honestly. So basically, once you get this piece out, you don't have to, it's just one of those push pins. Mine just broke because it was old. But you have a 10 mil here, you have one of these with the trim piece tool, you have another 10 mil here, and you have one 10 mil here. And now I'll be showing you guys how this assembly pops out. So you're just going to want to carefully slide that whole bad boy out, and when you put it back in, it'll be reverse steps. You want to make sure you get this side over here first lined up, with the tape lined in, and then boom, your headlights back in place. Oh my god, so the day has finally come. This thing has made its trip all over Europe, from Italy to the UK, Germany, and it's finally here. Super excited about this. Honestly, huge shout out to all the companies that are involved here, especially Etuners for setting this up, getting everything out here. I know UPS took their sweet time, but at least it's here and it's safe. And it's a lot larger than I thought it would be, but it's going to be really nice getting this replaced. So let's go ahead and do an opening. Just take a look at what we have there. Wow, that's something. I've kind of shown you guys a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes on the install and everything like this. And it's been a few weeks as things have kind of progressed, getting everything together with programming and a couple of changes that needed to be done in the wiring harnesses. And this won't be like an issue for like future kits that come with this, but being the first in the US, there was a lot of little things that needed to be tweaked here and there. But it seems like everything's gotten done and well. I'm just super excited to be at this point because now that everything is exactly the way that it should be for a 2024 spec, it's amazing. I mean, this mod is truly amazing. So let's go ahead and get into that, and I'll go ahead and move the car in a little bit. But right now, as you guys can see, when we're just in standard DRL mode, these halos are extremely bright. I mean, from a distance, you get that nice road presence. I'm currently still running that LED piece down here as well. But even in direct sunlight, these things are extremely bright. And so that's just on that mode there. We can still go through some of the functions. I'm just going to go ahead and put the high beam on by itself. As you guys can see there, high beam's looking great on both sides. There was a lot of stuff that needed to be done as far as like this bumper. I have to re-put that back on because the previous owner, I guess before it was sold to me, wasn't something that I noticed. But they had broken those clips there, so that kind of sucks. But let's go into the major thing. When I first got this kit, I had a little bit of problems where the DRL was staying on with the turn signal, and you couldn't really tell when the indicators were working, even though they were completely on. And now we're at the point where you come in the cabin here, that way you guys can check that out too. There's no error codes. There's nothing that would, from the inside, indicate that you have these really crazy 2024 headlights going on in the front. I say 2024 because, again, it's the updated facelift look. I mean, these are My 23 or Europe 23, but it's almost the same difference from the US ones. But you can see there, the turn signal is operating independent of DRL, which is exactly what we want from this. And I'll go ahead and turn off the high beams, put it back into just regular so you guys can see that there. I mean, that's really nice. When I see that, I think of a factory functioning car, and that's exactly what these headlights provide for you. I mean, they're OEM, so you're getting the highest quality possible. And we'll look under the hood. You guys can see it bolts up exactly the same way as the other ones. There's not really any kind of modifications going on here. That's why there's not too much to show as far as the do-it-yourself. Most of the things that you're going to be working around are going to be within multi-scan. At this point in time, in the US, I can say we have a functioning, probably to the best that it's going to be, kit. I mean, there's nothing that's missing. It's not like the kit is like lacking something. It's basically all there, it's working, and I really couldn't be happier about the entire thing. And if you guys want more information on who helped me out with the programming, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll be able to provide you with his contact information. Again, I just want to give a super thanks to him for helping me out, because I don't think I'd be at this point without, you know, that support, especially support that's just for the community and out of the goodness of his heart. So I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, and I'll refer people back to you. And at this point in time, from my understanding, Etuners Motorsports is basically going to be working with this really intelligent guy so that any other customers in the US who end up purchasing this product will have the adequate support that they need in getting this all functioning correctly on their cars. because everything varies from car to car, and it's not always as simple as it seems, especially when you're diving into putting in an OEM part versus an aftermarket part that was created for a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. But the beautiful thing about it is that, you know, you are getting an OEM part, so you're getting extremely high quality Alfa Romeo. And honestly, if you're looking to spend the money that it does cost, I think it's worth it, because you don't have to upgrade to a newer car to get the look. A lot of people want the newest thing, and this is how to get the newest thing without going out there and paying for a brand new one or trading in your current one. Especially because these Alfa Romeos sometimes can be hit and misses, so if you already have a good working Giulia, it might be in your best interest to just add this additional part to it rather than go and purchase a new one that has it. And yes, I know that the digital gauge cluster and all of that is there as well, but that can be added in too. So keep that in mind. And like I said, I'm definitely happy with how everything came out. I think the car's looking really good overall. I'm loving what I've got going on here with the rear. Things look great. All I have to do now is put this back on, and we should be in good shape. So with all that being said, there is going to be another part 2 to this video, and it's going to basically be driving around at night, showing all the little functions, and it's going to be a more detailed, in-depth overview of the Etuners Motorsports 2023-24 headlight kit. So thanks for watching, guys. Just understand that, you know, it takes a tremendous amount of energy sometimes to get to this point, especially being the first person doing it in the US, and it does take a lot of obvious money, you know, to do it as well. So if you guys continue to support me, you know, like my channel, subscribe to my channel, or use some of my premium memberships, it is much appreciated, and it just goes back into helping the community get us to the point where we're able to do things like this. So thank you guys very much. Alpha Mods out.